Okay, recording started. So on the R2 Sports website, you log back. You can click this R2 Sports login. We'll go down to this R2 system for the purchasing. And when you manage a tournament, you go to this top one, login as event director. So once you log in, you go to the e-commerce store, shopping, you'll say Racquetball. You'll say Racquetball. Multi-year, multi-day.
Yep, that's mostly membership, it looks like.
Multi synchrony.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Indoor, we'll do multi-day. And then you'll have to select the club. And then you click add to cart. I'm not going to submit this, but you click add. Once you hit checkout, it'll send request approval. So I could,
For our state is Jeff and me.
yeah, so approval required. You can leave a comment. And once you click this request approval, it gets sent to Jeff and Dave Stop. And then I'll go back.
If neither of us are available, then the executive director of the WRA or their designee, which in this case is Jonathan Greenberg, can approve it, but most likely won't do it without trying to reach me to make sure that someone's not trying to do an end around. And we had that happen once a couple of years ago. Mike Grizz contacted me and it's like, why aren't you approving this? Turned out I wasn't even on the notification path because of the nature of the event, but they are very good at making sure that the state directors and presidents are aware of events scheduled, sanctioned events scheduled, and they get even if they're not going to be the person clicking the approval, they will connect with you. So it works both ways. Someone's stuck because neither Jeff or I are available. Okay, now you can go that path, but they will try to find another way to verify that it's okay. So it works both ways for the person seeking the sanctioning as well as protecting the state's name and such.
So you'll get an email once it's been approved. Yes. Okay.
You received what I tend to write as a response comment is approved as presented on such and such date.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it.
That probably is, it's probably on my screen.
Approved. I did this on my phone.
But you clearly got exactly what I wrote, but to show how it looks from the approver standpoint, I would have to log in and show you. It's virtually identical to what you're showing.
Okay, approval accepted. Memory details. Okay, double over.
Yeah, it's strange. It looks like you're enrolling in an event when all you're doing is paying for the,
Yeah.
it's a very poorly designed page.
Mm,
It works.
Close order.
Or are you just doing this for the first time right now?
Oh, that's my second or third time.
Oh dear.
I had guidance last time with Amy Sanchez.
Oh, okay.
Not totally blind. Director login.
Yeah, so you'll get a passcode. The person that sets it up gets a 5 or 6 digit passcode.
Save.
Oh, okay. Now you're in the check made payable too. So, so this will be made. You're going to want to made payable to the Washington Racquetball Association, and Trish has our information on file.
Okay. Address is
It's Phil's address.
okay. What's
Um, I don't have that memorized.
three?
She has it on file. Yep, that's
Nominate. Yep. Racquetball. Save.
from a legal and IRS standpoint. The and the state Secretary of State's position. It's my home address is our legal address, but for checks made payable, they go to Phil. And she can handle, and Trisha's already handled that to my knowledge.
Okay. I think we're good there. Back. New credentials.
So you'll be the only one that has that. And then at some point in the process, you can add others. I would recommend that you give them a different number and name so that you are the unique username and unique password. You can assign, what I usually do is I add alpha characters somewhere in there. Take out one numerical value and add an alpha. Um, and I and then have a generic password that everybody uses.
Yep.
That's what I do. So that you maintain final control over content and others can pretty much just view only. Um,
Yep.
so when you're doing that setup, you control what their access is.
Okay. So now we'll go back to the login as event director. Where's it master director?
It's the next, yeah, you're right on it.
Is it master?
Oh no,
Or
no, just go back in as the event director.
oh,
The master director is someone who runs multiple events. That's more like for Jonathan.
login is
Yeah, you have to put in that every time. That's annoying, but
you can say username and password to your web browser to
yeah,
login
there you go.
with that. Oh, boy.
Now you're in. And it's pretty good at guiding you. You can go out of sequence, but if you do, you get trapped. Oh, that's your World Racquetball Day. Yeah, that's a good one.
Number 15 and the group of that.
Yeah, I think you want to know it earlier.
The match adjustments.
Uh, Leave blank.
The yes, kind of in the jar two. Yes. Allowing it to. That's a yes.
Is it?
I'm trying to do R2 to manage the allowing and
All right.
I
That's your choice.
what I normally do. I'm doing the soft memory in this pointer, so
Registration option, yes.
on grid.
I do not let people register for others generally. Um, I want to
Okay.
I want to do that. So, but that's again, it's your choice. So you will face that, um, like for the person that you're putting in, but as the event director, you can do it. If Esteban wants to pay
Sure.
for Victor, for example, then he's going to have to get you to do it. I'm just I've run into problems in the past where someone commits somebody else and you assume they're playing and then the person bails out and you're scrambling because they weren't even aware that their buddy entered them. So I made a practice to be involved in that direct communication to ensure that it's verifiable. I'll take anybody's credit card number to enter anybody. I just want to talk to them about it.
In the description, I'm just gonna say more info. I know
Yep.
this. I think into the media.
Okay.
That's what we want to.
It's up to you.
Should I add the rest of the board on here? The director.
Yeah, you probably want to put all of us on there.
Isaiah, let me know if that's not correct. And
Nope, it's good.
perfect. Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
The checks payable to Washington. Bill.
What this triggers, just so you know, is it triggers the anchored check that everybody that's a director is current.
Yeah. Should this be film license phone number? Director billing.
Well, you've got it being emailed to you, so you're going to have to take any questions. They never call, but
I'll leave it as is.
you can always change it later after you talk to Phil, but he's not on this call.
Yeah. There's two bad. There's their social.
What? Yep.
competition like national, state,
Yep,
division, doubles only,
correct.
indoor, concrete, raw material, concrete.
Surface type is wood.
Okay. Wooden, and concrete. Or, minimum age, really that long.
8.
Age jumping, and everyone.
Yeah, we'll accept
Everyone.
internet. We'll accept international. Last year we had Canada and Ireland. So
I think that would, no,
I just right before this call, I just got off the phone with Tara from Saskatchewan. She's thinking about playing.
okay. Doing that. Please.
Okay. I think
Accept. Date. Set dates and time. Time zone. Pacific. Let's say 10 a.m. Friday.
yep.
Okay. Start terms released.
So this format is really bizarre because that 6 is actually a Friday. So
Oh, that is.
yeah, I would pick that Wednesday, that 4th.
Double check.
You're on the 8th.
6. 4. Okay.
Yeah, you want registration can begin.
ASAP.
Yeah,
Yeah. Two.
that's good enough for now.
Okay.
We're not accepting mail entries.
Online registration.
I would set a phone entry deadline of um, the the day before the online entry form.
Okay.
Because you don't want people that if they're desperate and it's after the deadline, they're going to call you anyways because your number will be visible. But you really don't want to be taking both. uh, as you,
Okay.
I just generally say, don't call me.
Uh, I generally don't put my phone number. I just leave my email.
Right. But there's some old farts that, like Thomas and uh, what's his name, Doctor and whatever, they're less inclined to use email and they're more inclined to
Yeah.
use phone. So there's still a few of us old farts that aren't technology savvy.
Okay. So normal registration. Should we have that on the Friday before? So February 27th. Does that sound good?
For what? For early registration?
Normal.
I'm sorry, you're a little muffled. Which are we trying to fill out the early online registration end
Normal.
or the normal registration end? Depends on how late you want to hold it open. They will you'll get your last 20% of your entrance will come within 48 hours of the deadline. It's easier, in my opinion, to have it slightly early and then extend it, and you sound super gracious, than have it too late and then have it slammed, and in the meantime, people think it's not going to go because nobody's entered.
Okay.
So I tend to aim for early and then extend it. So let's say that if you're running a 1-day event, you can handle it. You know everybody anyways. You know, you'll make it the Saturday before, the Monday before. But with this, I would recommend that you put Friday, 5 p.m. Friday of the preceding week. And then you can always extend it if you want. That's
So that
easy to do.
27th, 5 p.m. And then we'll
That's
just
what is okay, the 27th. All right. Keep going.
early registration. Do like 1, 2.
So that's early registration is if you're going to offer
You know,
a prompt, a discount. Um, I it depends on how we want to structure this, but we haven't really budgeted for a discount. So Micah, you weren't part of the conversation with Phil and Isaiah and I on pricing, but we did not factor in
okay.
a discount, so I don't think we should offer one.
Okay. Sounds good. Right, online entry. Regulars this day.
So you're skipping late online, and where that becomes relevant is if you want to expose yourself to people that can still enter online, but for an additional fee, you can do that. But that just means that you can't set your draws because there's always a possibility that someone's going to sneak in the back door. And I did that the first year after COVID, and I regretted it.
Okay.
So I would not recommend it.
Okay. We'll just keep that. Insurance.
Because I had all the draws set and then forgot that I had this late registration online and people entered and I had to redo draws because they're going to try.
With cancellation deadline. Stay on
Well,
registration.
that's the same day as your registration. It'd be the 27th.
Okay.
No, 27th. There you go.
Okay. Payments and fees.
Isaiah, are you following this? Does this make sense so far?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, just checking.
Payment info. Everyone top one. $1 per player and then 50 cents per division they play. It sends a director a check. believe it's option 2 in this case. Add 2 processing credit for a check. Number of checks.
Oh, so I always pick the 2
Okay.
because that way Phil will get within days within days of the event, that first check will appear. And then the final settlement net of refunds and fees and all that stuff will come after you submit the rank, the results.
Okay.
And that can take 2 weeks, but at least he gets like 80% of the money when the bills are coming due.
Okay. Date for first check. We just have that Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, the terms are laid out right there. So that way he has money in hand right away.
Do it closer to the registration day.
Does it give you the option to select a day?
These are the options.
Yeah, I would go for that one right there, the 27th.
7th, okay. Refund policy.
No refunds after registration.
Gives us some fees.
Well, you want to fill in that refund policy because that will populate on the master website. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
There we go.
65 for first division fee, 35 for second.
Okay.
Now, let's keep going all the way through this. We may have to discuss an exception for that, but we'll leave it alone for now. That's totally fine for now.
Okay.
No discount.
Late fee.
Yes, you want to put a stout late fee in there. If you're actually going to enter someone late, there's got to be a penalty that's pretty stout. I would recommend $25.
Okay. Last chance. Okay. Just ignore that.
Same.
25 or ignoring.
No, I would ignore it because that would get double. It would be 50 if you put another 25 in there.
Okay. Coupon.
Yes.
So let me check your coupon and then you go to first time event.
So we're gonna have to let's get everything else done
Okay.
and then come back to this. But we are gonna have a coupon for first time members participation will be, and then they're gonna have to. I'm assuming, Micah, that you don't want to get into the minutia of credentialing them and checking their background. You'll have a million other things to deal with. So since it's my offer, I'll do the legwork on it. So they should be contacting me using my WRA president email address. We should test to make sure that that still flows through properly to my Gmail account. But that's the process I'm imagining is they will determine that they are qualified, they want to seek the coupon, they'll contact me, I'll validate it, and then release the code to them. So it'll be a little clunky, but it'll be worth it to them. Now that we know what the fees are, I'll go back and do the math and set a fixed price, say, $40 out of the 65 or whatever the math is. I'll come up with that wording, but not right now.
Okay,
It'll bog us down.
I sent that president at WRA an email. So
Yeah.
if you check months, you can see that. Ref fee, home fee.
We never formalized the ref fee thing. That was an agenda item that we brought up in the spring, and we haven't fully executed that. I would need coaching from Joe Williams on how to set that up. Do you know have you set that up before, Micah?
I haven't used it,
Yeah,
but ref fee, say it's $5 per division.
right.
And then
I don't.
you pay them $5 when they give you the scorecard back. Yeah, cash on for
I
that.
completely forgot about that. I don't want to bog us down for the doubles event for this feature.
Okay.
We might put it into state singles, gives an extra month, but right now, in the sense of urgency, I don't think we want to add that new wrinkle now.
Additional item only early discount. Clean note to give early discount only for concern return. No. Additional item only late fee. And add the late fee only to the
So we're not selling any additional items. We're not selling shirts and meal passes for non-players, and we don't have any of that built in to our plan.
allow USA donations. Assuming yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So usually there's a canned set of online donation things that comes that all go to the USA, or we don't have our own earmarked one.
Make mail and entry check payable to
No, there's no mail in, so it's blank.
not pay the certified reps. To not certified reps.
That's where we're headed, but we're not there yet.
Okay. I'll leave ignore feature limit. I'll ignore hide ads.
Okay, so Isaiah, chime in here because when we were talking the other day, and again, it came up when we were having the budget conversation about taking advantage of a Facebook advertising program.
Yeah.
And when we discussed it, we thought it's probably worth it. If it's like $50 or something like that. But now we're paying an extra $60. So we're already paying USAR 75. Now we're going to pay $60 for R2 to feature it.
No, it's not within R2. So it's on Facebook platform or Instagram platform.
So I'm only hearing about every third word now. How are we in favor of this or not?
I support it.
Yeah, I thought it was worth it as well.
Within R2.
No.
No, yeah.
Because I'm looking at the box featured event, $60 fee. That's what I'm reacting to.
No. I say skip this part of it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I support the other. It's the $50 is worth it,
Okay.
but we're not gonna line Trish and Brian's pockets
Yeah.
when fully 1/3 of their email addresses are broken. Doesn't do us a lot of good.
Especially with those servers.
So I think you're good.
Bracket settings. Ooh.
This takes a while.
Yes.
Maximum divisions allowed 2.
Actually,
I would say match length 60 for doubles.
okay.
You could do 55, but I wouldn't go any less than that for doubles.
It's to report their own results.
Nope.
So, I'm not allowed in men's division.
Yes. This is a strange limiter. Practically speaking, I would predict that everything's going to be round robin, and you'll only have 1 or 2 single elimination, and you won't even have single elimination. It's single elimination with consolation. Um, so I I tend to pick round robin, but either way, you're going to be making some changes to some number of draws. It's just what comes up first.
Talking main division and later main divisions only. Number of games in the match.
That's correct. This sets the scorecard default.
Let's take that. Yep. City state. Right in scores. Okay. Elementary. Yeah.
Trying to think of what goes in the division selection box. No, no candidate. No. I think that's I don't recall ever seeing that before, actually.
I mean, info. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that's for.
External.
Write-in scores?
So one on the right, 21 or 15
Oh,
and block. That tally is 1 or 15.
okay. Leave it as I see it.
I'll not like back at that. You can turn on the morning of the tournament.
Yep.
If not, show time on packet. Yes. Just spread lower on packet.
We don't have it. We don't have a tourney logo that I know of.
No.
And this is on what gets printed on brackets if you're putting them on the wall somewhere.
Okay. There we go. Read that. Court number on packet. No. Double team on packet. First and last name or last name?
I think you're gonna run out of space. I would just do last names.
Okay. Team competition. Yes or no, as players register. Select their team or register as a team captain.
No, we're not running that dovetail format.
Yeah. Players. Team. Two.
Yep.
Teams. Um, I think we're gonna.
We're not doing heats, so that's Main bracket plays for third, yes. No. For consolation. So consolation text, I would say something like first round losers. Oh, that defines the scoring. We haven't talked about scoring. What do you guys like for consolation? 1 to 15 or 1 to 21?
I like 1 to 21 when I play consolation.
Yeah, same 1 to 21.
Okay. And then finals is 2 to 15, tiebreaker to 11.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that works.
Finals. Scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Regular score. Play if match when necessary. Finish back entry losers in the finals.
Play if match when necessary. Yes, you would want that.
Okay.
I would I would not do hybrid. That just sounds ridiculous.
Round robin. Default layout. High round.
Yep, that's the best.
We play and play off. Points of the group play. Does not score points in the player. Match wins. Ties.
It's
5 points.
it's only necessary if you're doing it by points. So okay, we are. So this happens in the case where we do the NV format where it's 2 to 11, no third game, but we haven't selected that method, I don't think.
Okay. So we can just read that.
So there's no bonus points, no bonus points for game wins. This is not the World Seniors format. Points in a game is 15. So add number of games to point total, no. Right above where your cursor is right now. We're not doing we're not bonusing people for how many games they play.
Okay. Game win.
So do you want to add the number? So all these would be, this is strange.
It's for the ranking. Our two rankings.
All right, let's think this through from the top. This looks different than what I'm used to. Add number of games to point total, no. Each game is played to 15. Bonus points for match win 0.
So the winner of the match gets
Yeah, you don't get extra on top of 15. You're not stacking.
locked tie for me. No.
Correct.
It's
So,
more or tie.
so there's no match bonus points, so the answer is no. For a split match. Yeah, there you go. Because we're not going to set up that kind of situation.
Okay. Update.
Yep. This is different than the last time I set one up. I think he enhanced something here for some reason.
They've been updating it with the R2 2.0 website.
Okay.
Customer. Or
So
see,
now, do you want to know every time someone enters?
no,
Me either.
that'd be about. Just what receives confirmation. Yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Participants contacts. Yes. Recent events. Yes. Require schools and no. Age. Different restrictions.
Yep, that's standard language.
First, do we have the event?
Don't modify the waiver.
Uh,
We used to modify it during COVID.
yeah. Supposed to
No.
participation list. Find that as partnering.
Yes.
Yes. I'll put that previously then see what we put in here.
Um,
Need back at least strong. Top to Victor
I
Guthrie.
don't know who's up there strings and are they, do we have somebody under contract up there?
Victor Guthrie strings my racket and that again.
Who does?
Victor Guthrie.
Okay. I, you can always change this later.
And you could take it home Friday night, take it home Saturday and do them that night. Possibly. I haven't talked to him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This,
Right from the airport, like from Bellingham Airport.
no.
They can take a flex bus to Rockland Community College or something. That are bus too. I definitely know. Share hotel room.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend activating that.
Then Harold, yes.
Waiting list,
Share
yeah, I would definitely have that be available.
the share ride.
That's just, I don't have any thoughts one way or the other on that. I don't want to be the middle person. I don't want to be Uber, you know. So for those of you that never have not yet met Gary Mazeroff, he always checks yes, and then he finds himself contacting everybody. He says, "Are you driving? Or when do you arrive? When do you fly in? Do you need a ride?" You know, and now that his tournament is being run in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and there's no airport there, you have to fly into Albuquerque and drive 2.5 hours. So he facilitates that, but that's what this is for, not for a state event. I don't think it's more for a national event, especially if you have international players.
Yeah. And I'll probably take those on.
Yeah,
Seattle.
correct.
But wait list this. Custom questions to ask.
I always like to know if they're staying, if we have a host hotel, are they staying there? Um, and force them to answer that question because, like with the whack, they always want to know how many of your people are staying there, and their their numbers didn't always match ours. Um, but I don't know that we want to get into that monkey business with this event.
Yeah. I think we should get a host hotel out there. Luckland across the street. But,
Yeah. Oh, we lost the screen.
yeah, second.
Oh, you're doing Google Maps.
Yeah. Bellingham Medical. Was Holiday Inn Express. That's what I was talking about. That's a quick walk.
Okay.
Yeah, that one we should talk to.
Wasn't Phil handling that? Or talking to Wanda about it, something?
Um, possibly. He's talking about shirts. About that.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. Um, so when it comes to shirts, in terms of sizes, that's in their personal profile,
Yep,
so we don't really have to worry about that, if that's what you're asking. And we're not selling extra shirts that I know of,
correct.
so I can't think of a second question. Um,
Yes. You know, leave blank then. So yes. So
excuse me.
event QR code. I'll probably do this later. You post it at BAC. T-shirt from the event. Yes.
Yes.
Display brand scorecard.
Um, I would say yeah.
Pen.
Yeah.
Okay. Block commissioner access. With stick information thing. Log into the final.
I don't see.
No.
There's if we see someone farting around in there, you can go back and change it, but I don't know of any abuse in this space. I've never heard of anything. I don't even know why this is there.
Okay.
Um, I guess I could speculate, but it's probably not helpful for this call.
Okay. So now in this case.
Just leave it
Okay.
as
Results. Quarters or update. Place summons. Probably update. How do
this is just this is just paperwork at the back end.
you find divisions to display results? Separately by division or together as one, if combined.
Uh, let's think about this. How do you want combined divisions to display on results page? I think together as one division.
Okay. Divisions offered.
Okay, here we go. This is a box clicking exercise. So here we go. No, that's a singles division. No, um, I don't think there's a men's division. I think these are, you're going to end up with, isn't there something further down? No, there's not. What did he do with that?
Men's doubles, women's doubles, and then juniors
And there should be a mixed somewhere.
mixed. Yes. Doubles mixed. Here we go. Juniors. I'm gonna have that singles division.
Wow, this is different. It used to have a lot more boxes.
I'll probably do like ages after this. Juniors, singles. Did we agree on
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. We did talk about that.
juniors, mixed doubles, heroes, team. I think that's it.
Okay.
This
Here's, okay, so fees for juniors are 0.
extra charge C0 offered. You just
Well, I would pick, I don't know what we've got likely, but you're not going to have,
you just beginner. That's it. Because we probably should separate them.
there's a lot of choices here.
I think one big one is what we probably want.
Maybe, what about beginner and intermediate? And then we can always combine them.
Beginner intermediate. And then one or two bounds we can discuss later. And we get the scorecard, I guess. Single bounce, double bounce. Okay.
But I don't, Wanda likes to use double bounce as an intro, but I don't know.
And then single bounce for intermediate players.
The the divisions you have selected are going to be by default, they're going to be single bounce. Campbell County Juniors. Are you serious? Okay.
All ages.
This is ridiculous. Clearly put together by somebody that doesn't actually play.
Okay. Men's doubles. Higher T W.
All right, so let's take a timeout here. There was a chat string that went around about Esteban bringing in more players than just the one that's playing with you.
Yeah, I'm bringing him.
So where does that stand?
I need to talk to Esteban and see if he's able to bring them on singles.
So we talked about this in our budget discussion. Haven't talked to you about it because didn't know exactly what to say, but Isaiah, correct me if I'm mischaracterizing it. We would treat if it goes beyond 1, we have landed in a pro-am environment. And we would treat that as a third event with a $65 entry fee. That doesn't preclude them from playing 2 other events, the other individuals that are not in the pro-am or the partners. So you, Micah, could play 3 events, but you would pay 2 first events. If it's a pro-am, if we got multiple pros, it's a pro-am. And it's going to have its own event.
Now,
Yeah, that's what we discussed.
But I don't know how to make that happen. So I think
oh,
that it would basically be an extra charge. But I don't really know how that plays out.
it's not an IRT.
I've never run a pro-am, but I know Joe Williams would know how to do it in a minute. So before we finalize this and publish it out, I think we'd want to know, A, are we even entering that space? Are we certain that there's going to be more than one?
Okay.
The moment that we're at more than one, because we don't want to go backwards on what we committed to you as a full board. Um, but now if you've got two or more in there, now you're basically setting up the finals for the open division as having a pro on either side. And it stops looking like an amateur event very quickly.
Yeah.
So we're fine with embracing it, but it's got to be done. It really needs to be outside the amateur event and shouldn't compromise the quality experience for everybody else. It can be like I put in my notes. Okay, fine. You can have finals on Sunday. You can have semifinals on Saturday. But every other match that's part of that needs to be on Friday early, not in prime time, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., whatever, when everybody's just getting there and you got to get your main draws, your round of 16s or your round or your quarterfinals. You don't want to start carving up time because those take 2 hours because of all the drama of warming up and video and chit chatting, and those are become 2 hour matches. And that's not fair to everybody else for an amateur event. So we'll embrace it, but it's got its own fee. Doesn't prevent people from playing 2 other divisions that are amateurs, not pros. The pro can only play the one event, the pro-am event. They can't play down unless they're like a qualifier way down. They characterize themselves as a pro, but
Okay.
really don't have a ranking in the top 30 or whatever.
Mhm.
So I don't know who he's talking about, but if he's bringing in ringers, we don't want that. We don't want Natera and Kane and
To me, typically, Diego Gaston, John Alonso, of like their candidates.
I don't know all these guys, but this is a state amateur event, not a pro
Yeah.
style. We made an exception for year one. But beyond that, it's a different event altogether.
Okay. Right now, we should plan just for the singles pair exhibition, and that's it for now. Let me set this up, then edit it.
Yeah.
Then men's elite A,
I would do CD.
CD,
Yep.
E, A, elite, open.
Yeah, because we need to have slots that the candidates for coming in
Get these.
can qualify separately as A, B, or CD. You can throw novice in there too. I don't know that we'll have anybody, but if we're trying to appeal to a new player base, it wouldn't hurt to have novice as an option. I think you scrolled past it.
Yeah. I was just looking. Novice.
It's right under D's. And then you've got your,
Age.
so I would do 19 plus, not 24 and under. And then I would start at at 25 and go at 5-year increments. So at 25, you would have your 25 open elite.
25.
If this were me, if this is what I would do, is feel free to make alternate selections, but I would do 25 open elite, 25 AB, and 25 CD. and then do the same thing for every 5-year age span all the way up. And that way you can combine 25s and 30s and whatever.
30 opening, 30 AB, 30 CD,
Yep.
35 elite,
No, yep. Correct. 35 AB, couple down. There you go.
CD.
BC. Oh no, you're right. CD. My bad.
Okay. And then 40 open elite, 40 AB, 40 CD. Definitely.
It makes for a very busy entry form, but that way you have the maximum flexibility for combining.
CD, open elite, AB, CD,
Correct.
open elite, AB, CD.
Correct.
60.
I would go all the way up to 75 and stop at 75. It probably gives you 80 and above, but I don't think we have any 80 plus players. I think Mr. Doctor is 75.
65, I believe. A, B, C, D.
Yep.
A, B, C, D.
Yep.
75.
There you go.
A, B, C, D.
Yep. And I wouldn't go beyond that. National events, the Centurion events have become really popular. I'm sure you've seen those where the combined age has to be 100. We could try that, but I don't know that anybody's accustomed to it. Those are all open divisions, not aged by you don't do Centurion A and Centurion C, and they're just combined ages.
Right, I'll just do it on the plus again.
And then you got what do they call the Super Centurion, or there's some, there you go. They're way down there.
I hat, so those materials make a centurion.
Yeah, Centurion Open, and then there's Super Centurion. The mega doesn't make a difference. So you Centurion, it's in more than one place apparently.
That's it. And then look at the women's.
Yeah, do the same thing, same age bands. I think they give you less choices in the women's. There's a bias in there. Nothing you can do about it.
Open
And
elite.
then the same thing with mixed.
Oh wait, open elite A, B, C, D.
Yep. This just takes time.
I think we should just do ages on these for women's.
Yeah, there's not that many players to begin with.
Okay, I think every 10 years.
Yep, that's probably fine.
Those are 19 plus, 25 plus,
35, 45, 55.
35 plus, 45 plus, 55. And then I guess 65 plus
Up to you.
or 60 plus. Oh,
Wanda's what, 72? Something like that.
I don't know.
I think she is. I think she's 4 years older than me.
I'll just put 65.
Yeah.
And then it's probably a bit on the women's side, I'd say.
Well, you never know if she's, got friends coming up to visit, like Terry might come up and visit. Now, this is doubles, so what are the chances there's going to be a team? Pretty, or a bracket. Not likely to have 465 plus women, but we'll see.
Okay. Centurion, can we have that for women?
I wouldn't do it for women's.
That's what I was thinking. I think that's it. First,
I would not do age play for mixed. I would just keep it to the straight divisions.
mixed. Open. Elite A. Let's do this. Mixed. Look, just combine them. CD. And combine if needed. Open elite A. That looks good. And that's it. AP dinosaur. So have open elite A, B, C, D combined.
Yep, that's all we need for mixed.
Submitted.
Is that not a live button? Oh, there it goes.
Because I have Zoom ball. Edit those.
Okay, this becomes important.
Just put 11. I don't know that.
Overbook courts 2.
Every day.
Yep.
Okay.
You'll only use it when you're booking consolations.
Okay.
And maybe junior singles. I don't know what our scoring is going to be for juniors, but
Time. Is that 11 or 10 normally?
I would go with 11
Just in case.
for ending time on Friday. Yeah,
Okay. Friday.
that will limit how many slots you have to work with. So the last match would start at 10 on Friday. Saturday, 7 a.m. Yep, 7:30.
7:30.
That way, when your match times come out on Saturday, they'll be on the half hour. So make your ending time for Saturday 11:30.
Okay. Then um, 5 courts, even though there's 4 courts available.
Do they have 5 or 4?
They have 4 available.
Really? I thought they only had 4.
If you put there, you can put an extra match at that time slot.
Oh, okay.
You have to put 1 more than you have available.
All right.
Club courts, I don't,
I just like to have two overbooked courts but never use them, than to need one and not have it in the grid.
okay,
So on your Saturday night time, I would suggest it'd be 11:30 p.m.
okay,
Sunday, I wouldn't start before 8:30, practically speaking, if you're gonna, especially if you're gonna run late. And then be done by 4.
on Sunday,
Yep,
start at
8:30.
30 to 4:30, okay,
If it turns out that we get, 40 teams, then you're gonna need to mess with this, and it always gives you the option to do that later.
you know,
There, now you got your grids.
10, 7:30, 8:30. 60 algorithm,
Yeah, if you're putting matches on after 3:30 on Sunday, people are just gonna say, forget it, I'm out of here.
yeah,
That's where you use your extra courts. You put 6 matches on at 2 o'clock, even if you don't have courts. And then you just wait it out.
okay. Manage login credentials, I'll do that later, hotel info, sponsor.
So now one of the big steps that I put a lot of time into, and you're gonna do it, is what goes into the website front page. What all do you want everybody to know so that you don't get questions?
Yeah. Can I take a bathroom break?
Yep, of course.
I'm back in 5 minutes.
All right. What do you think so far, Isaiah?
There's a lot of clicking. It's a lot of little things to remember.
Yep. But it really guides you. Um, but boy, if you make a mistake, you pay for it. So it's actually good to have more than one person on a call while doing this.
Yeah,
I've been
makes
doing
sense.
this, I've been doing this for years, and I've made my share of mistakes and I've learned my lessons. I By knowing what you're doing when you're clicking something, it helps. That's where the experience comes from. It's like, oh, when you do this, this is where it shows up.
Yeah, knowing what that activates.
Yep. Um, so a takeaway that I'm not going to have time to chase before I get on a plane is figuring out if we're going to have that pro-am event, um, that that's an event within an event. I don't want to
Yes.
have to pay a second registration fee for a single event, but we need to figure, I think what we do is use that add-on fee,
Yeah.
and then we allow people to actually enter 3 events. But we tell them that it's 3 events are permitted only if you're playing the pro-am. Otherwise, but, and even then, on somewhere you're gonna get boxed in if we want to charge twice for, have the same fee for the first event.
Yeah, we'll find a solution once we
Yeah.
know if there's
Um,
more pros
So
coming.
while we're waiting for Micah, I'm gonna give you Joe Williams' contact information.
All right.
He, I don't know if you know who he is, but he's the one that runs, like he worked with Jim Heiser to put the national event together in Denver with 230 players.
Oh, okay.
He's he's a pain in the ass, but he's really good at what he does. His contact information is 402 309 4260. I do not have an email address for him. But you can name drop. I'll send him a text saying you may hear from WRA. You may hear from
I'm back.
WRA leaders on special.
And his name was Joe?
Yeah, Joe Williams.
Okay.
I've texted him before.
Yeah, I'm just giving him a heads up that he might hear from WRA leadership on special setup questions for an event within an event, the Pro-Am event. You're probably I'm gonna guess that you're gonna end up having to let people enter 3 events, and then in your text say you're actually limited to 2 unless you're playing the Pro-Am event. We don't know that right now, if that's even something that we want to do.
I've got to run. If you guys could finish this up, and then we'll have the recording. So no worries for me.
Yeah, I have other plans as well.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, let's wrap this up for the recording, Micah. I would, I'm probably the most verbose person in the group. I tend to write really, really long emails, but I would suggest that you err on the side of saying too much on the website lead-in page the first time that people read it. You want to answer all their questions so that they don't have to contact you and say, what about this or what about that? I would suggest going back to last year's
I was kind of duplicating that kind of.
and basically copy paste and then take out stuff that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Uh, you know, think about the people that this might be their very first tournament, what kind of dumb questions they're going to ask.
Yep.
And if it's one of the people that's going to benefit from my contribution, send them my way. But let them know that not before January 24. So they'll have plenty of time, but don't expect a response before January 24. I'll gladly do this as my contribution to the success of the event. I'll come up with a the coupon code. We get to name it ourselves. It'll just be probably the number 1 ST, and then capital TIME.
But
Um,
should we stop the recording right here?
the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really not much else to do at this point. There's no prizes, there's no event map. You're gonna have to put in the hotel information once that's confirmed. So, all right, thanks for facilitating this.
Yep. Oh,
Okay, you're ending the recording now?
yeah, I'll stop the recording.
Okay.
It's still going.